Hello, Pisces, and welcome to this, your mid to late August reading and predictions. For those of you who are returning here, I owe you, each and every one of you, a heartfelt apology. Unfortunately, for the past month, I have just been unable to get to a place where I was able to, A, record videos, and B, get Wi-Fi and get them uploaded and so on and so forth. So I do apologize. I know many of you look forward to my videos and the readings, and it just didn't happen. So I'm back on track, but being nomadic, it has been quite an adjustment for me. So there we go. All right, let's move forward. For those of you who are new here, a very warm welcome to my channel. I'm going to get started. I'm going to pull cards for 6 different areas of your life. And I'm then going to read the cards. I do leave all of the cards sitting face down until I'm actually ready to read them. Let's get started. Where are we going first? Where are you at now, Pisces? Here as I record this in the middle of August 2023. Where are you at now? What's going on with Pisces? What's going on with you guys? I haven't had any cards actually flip out. Oh, as I say that, right? That's always the way. And that one there. Okay. All right. Let's have a quick peek at what you guys are focusing on. Very clearly getting called to this deck. I do also apologize for my background. I know it looks a little hokey and whatever, but I had a dear friend who provided me with this space and Wi-Fi to record videos, and I'm just glad that I'm able to get this out to you. Okay. What are the Pisces focusing on? What are you guys focusing on until the August? Are those ones going to fall out? We got 2 cards here. I'm not sure if they're actually going to fall out or not. There goes one. The other one going to come out? I think so. Yeah, it's coming out as well. Okay. There we go. Okay. All right. What is challenging you guys? Difficult influences and challenges. I got one hair sticking up and making me look like I got a little devil sticking up there. A little devil's ear or horn. Maybe. All right. Pisces, we've got 1 card out for your challenges at this time. That's great. Honestly, for some of the zodiac signs this month, it was terrifying, just cards flying everywhere for their challenges. So this is actually a good thing. All right, we're going to pull a card or 2 for messages that you need to hear at this time. Okay. We've got 2 that flew that way, and we got 1 sticking out here. I can't see them when I hold them up like that. So yeah, that one's definitely meant to come out as well. So, all right. Now, let's go to what is unexpected. Unexpected for the Pisces, mid to late August. Oh, and 1 more. All right, we got lots coming out for you for unexpected, Pisces. That's amazing. I love it when that happens. I like surprises, so. Okay, and your general overall outcome. One card's flipped out. Oh, and we got more cards flying. Okay. All right, now we've got the initial card that flipped out this way. This one flipped out on its own. And then we have a group of 4 more cards. I don't think that all 4 cards are for you. No, there's only one. Okay. Pisces, let's get going. Ooh. Wow. Okay. You have the number 5 card, which is the Unity card in the fairy deck. And this is the card that corresponds to the Heirophant in the traditional tarot. Now, like I said, these are the cards that I've pulled for where you are at now here as I do this reading for you in the middle of August. So heading into the latter half of August, you've got the Heirophant coming up. Now, the Heirophant is a card of question everything. Question everything you've been taught, question everything you've learned, question traditions, question major institutions, question everything. When we're raised by community, as we all are, we are raised first and foremost by our families, and then by the greater society around us. We're then sent off to educational institutions. Many people around the planet are also raised with various religious tenets, various religious doctrine. And as we get older, and also as we shift into a new age, some of what we're taught as children no longer resonates with us. And we're going, why am I still doing things this way? Why am I still doing things the way that my grandmother did it and my great-grandmother did it? Does it still resonate for me today? So one of the examples, and this is more like a very large scale one, but it can come right down to very small things like why we do certain things in the kitchen as well. Like, for example, in the kitchen, why do we can things a certain way? Why do we still can things the way that our grandparents did? Well, it's to save our lives, because if we don't steam them and make sure that they seal and the cans pop closed and so on and so forth, then we could die of botulism, right? So there are certain things that our ancestors did a certain way because it protects us even to this day. Canning would be just one example. But another example is families in the past had a lot of kids, like a lot of kids. Does that still serve us today here in 2023? Well, part of the reason that a lot of families had a lot of kids in the past is birth control wasn't really a thing. You needed to have a lot of kids in order to help you sustain your farm or acreage. And as well, infant mortality was far more common. Okay. Does that still ring true for us today in 2023 to go out and have 8, 10, 12 children, right? So that's essentially what the Unity card or the Heirophant card is talking about, is question everything. Why are we living our lives the way that we are living our lives? And does it still ring true for us? And the second card that you have here is the Queen of Summer. The Queen of Summer, also known as the Queen of Cups, is all about listen to your heart. So you've got 2 cards here, Pisces, both of which are saying, go deep within and listen to what's in your heart. Your heart. Not the heart of Nana, not the heart of Tia, not the heart of Mama, not the heart of Grandpa, okay? Not the heart of your religious leader, not the heart of your professor. What's true for you, Pisces? That is a dominant theme for you right now. Let's move on, and yes. Okay, you have the Master. What does this card mean? So in the traditional tarot, there are 78 cards in the deck. In the Osho Zen Tarot, from this particular deck, there are 79 cards. This is a bonus card. This card is the card that indicates that we are becoming the masters in our own lives. And in so doing, we must also step into the role of being mentors for others. Pretty positive card for you coming out here, Pisces. Okay. You also have a card here. Oh, one more thing I want to say about this card before I move on, the Master card, is when we become the masters of our own destiny, when we realize our thoughts become our reality, when we realize how powerful we are as human beings, something that was taken away from us by many traditions telling us, oh, you're not powerful. Oh, you have to come and confess your sins and then a higher power will forgive you. Just as an example, all of these things you have to question. When you recognize and realize that you are more powerful than you ever were taught to believe, mind blown. But you also have the Nine of Swords coming out here. This is the card of sorrow. And when it comes up in my traditional tarot deck, I call it the card of catastrophism. And this is the card of lying awake in bed at night going, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Worst case scenario, oh. Okay. Remember what I said, when you become the master, you create your own reality. If you are waking up in the middle of the night and you are catastrophizing and thinking about the worst case scenario, what kind of reality are you going to create for yourself, Pisces? Okay. So a little less focusing on worst case scenario and a little more focusing on how powerful a being you truly are. What is challenging you? Begin now. Take your first step. Okay. So this card's normally an extremely positive card when it comes out in a reading, but it's showing up in your challenge. So what is your challenge right now? Your challenge is that you're still going back and forth between stepping into the new powerful you, the master that you are, and catastrophizing and worrying about, oh my God, oh my God. Okay. So begin now. Take your first steps. Messages you need to hear at this time. Everyone has value. That's an important message. That's an especially important message when we're dealing with master, right? Because there are masters and sages out there and mentors out there who place their students in a hierarchy. Oh, well, I'm putting more value on this student because this student did this better and therefore they're more likely to get promoted and so on and so forth. And the message behind this card, everyone has value, really is saying everyone needs to start equally. And in this day and age, yes, sometimes it's a bit of a struggle to find the value in certain people. But the reality is that we are all here at this time for a reason, and we all have something to offer. What's coming to mind is the butterfly effect. So I just want to remind you of the butterfly effect right now, Pisces. I don't know where this is coming from, download from spirit. I'm getting told that the butterfly effect is really important, and that's part of your message that everyone has value right now. Even those whom we may view from time to time as being less than, for whatever reason, they have value and they have lessons that they are teaching those around them. Set your intentions. Message you need to hear right now, Pisces. How does that play into this? Oh, yeah, begin now. Take your first steps, right? You need to set your intentions and be clear on the next steps you want to take and messages you need to hear. Appreciate your talents. This plays right into the master card. Okay. You need to know your own value to really step into the power of being a master and to step into the role of being a mentor. So appreciate your own talents. Let's move into unexpected. Oh, wow. Pisces, you have both the sun and the moon. You have the faith card and you have the cycles card, the sun card and the moon card. This is an indication that some of what you're going through, and this isn't surprising considering that you had this Heirophant or the unity card come up. Some of what you're going through is this flip-flop. Okay. You're going this direction and you're going, yeah, this is good. Oh, wait, that's based on a tradition. Does that tradition serve me? Let's go this way. Yeah. And you're questioning and you're doing this little bounce back and forth. That's kind of what happens when we have both the sun and the moon come up. We have this duality come in with the light and the dark. I want to point out as well that the moon represents cycles. So remember, anything that you're going through that may be slightly challenging at this time, it is a cycle. Again, that is something that we learn when we become the master of our own destiny. We learn that one of the laws of the universe is for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. And unfortunately, that means that when we have something really good happen, there's a possibility that you may trip and stub your toe the next day. Oh, well. And when we accept that tripping and stubbing our toe may have been to slow us down because there was an important person that we were intended to meet in order to become a mentor in their life, then stubbing your toe doesn't really seem like a bad thing. So it's about these cycles and these back and forth things. And it's really important for you to hear that message right now, Pisces. So, and that's a bit of what you're going to be experiencing. I also want to point out with the moon card coming up, the moon card, whether it be in the traditional tarot, whether it be in my fairy tarot, in the Osho Zen tarot, it doesn't matter which one it comes up. It can indicate that something that is going on in your life is untoward. Or perhaps someone in your life is not being as honest as they could potentially be, and you need to shed some light on that. The other card that you have in your unexpected is the dolphin. Oh, right, with the faith card too. The sun card, the faith card, that is all about appreciating your talents, believing in yourself, and questioning everything, as well as listening to your heart. You have the dolphin card. This is the card of listening. It is also a card of community. You'll notice that most dolphins live in community, so that's really important. But when you are interacting with other people right now, Pisces, it's really important for you to make sure that you are listening. Don't be preparing what you want to say. Don't be thinking, oh, I can jump in. I can share this. Okay. Actually listen to what people have to say. That's part of being a master and a mentor, because when we listen to what others are saying, what's coming out of their mouth isn't always the most important thing. When you are listening, listen with your eyes as well as your ears. Really important message. And let's look at your final overall outcome. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay. In your final general overall outcome, Pisces, you have the Lovers. This is a card that indicates that there is most likely a new relationship starting for you. Now, for those of you who are already in committed relationships, don't be freaking out at this point. The Lovers card for people who are already in a committed relationship indicates that there is a change or a shift in your relationship for the better. So for example, if you felt like you were kind of growing apart, maybe didn't have as much in common anymore, and all of a sudden you've decided to start doing a date night, for example, and in order to bring you guys back together, that's what this card indicates. For those of you who are single and seeking, this card is indicating that there may be a new partner on the horizon for you. And for those of you who are not necessarily seeking a romantic partner, this card can indicate that there is a mentor-mentee relationship coming in and coming down the pipes for you. And that goes for basically all of you Pisces right now. Be on the lookout for a mentor-mentee relationship, especially with this Master card here. You've got the Judgment card that has come up. Now, the Judgment card has come up in reverse for you. The Judgment, sorry, my light is shining on that. The Judgment card in reverse is indicating that you're being called upon to grow up emotionally. Find that balance between what resonates for you, what doesn't. But I mean, there's no easy way of saying this. There's no way of softening the blow. The Judgment card is about growing up emotionally. And you have the Six of Cups here. And the Six of Cups is about reconciling something from your past. Do we have anything else about your past? Oh, yeah, we do. The Heirophant. Okay. For many of us, when we do Heirophant work, when we do the work of, we're stepping away from a family tradition of some kind, we're stepping away from something, or we're stepping into or away from something, and our family's going to frown upon our actions. When we step into that, for many of us, our families and societies, they frown upon that. And yet this Six of Cups in the upright position is indicating that there is a reconciliation that happens as a result of you stepping into your own power and others coming to accept you stepping into that. You reconcile something from the past and you just explain, look, it may be tradition and it may have been passed down through the generations, and yet it's 2023. So perhaps this no longer works. And when you explain it in a calm, concise manner, oftentimes it changes and shifts the perception of the family members. And so there can be that reconciliation with the past so that you can shift and move into Master. All right. Thank you so much for being here, Pisces. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. And I hope that you will allow me the honor of being able to do your next reading at the beginning of September. Take care, everyone.